Dude, happy new year. Same TTT. And dude, this year has started off wild. From the college football playoffs and how that played out to, the last few seasons of the NFL and what happened there. And then now that the college football season's done, the regular season's over for the NFL, we're seeing some crazy changes when it comes to coaching.
It's the trash talk tailgate.
Strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2-eye banana seal. You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
And we got to talk about probably the most legendary one. We like to fancy ourselves as college football guys. We also love the NFL, but we like to fancy ourselves as college football guys. The Dr. Preston Rowe is a D-1 college football coach.
Thank you for the shout out, Riley.
So, we got to talk about Nick Saban first. The GOAT, dude. The legend. A man that has changed college football forever. He retired, man, and that's it's crazy to think. I was so sure he was gonna die on the sideline.
Dude, absolutely.
Losing overtime to Michigan again in a game that doesn't exist, and just fucking have a heart attack on the sideline, and just boom, he's done for.
Yep.
I mean, I was so sure that was the fate of Nick Saban. I was so shocked on was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday.
Yeah. It was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday. I was so shocked at Wednesday at 5 p.m. I was at work and I got a buzz on my phone and I was like, what could this buzz be? And I look at it and it says Nick Saban retires. And I said, fucking what? And I whip over, and where I work, we have a TV that's always playing ESPN right there. So I whip to the TV and breaking news. Nick Saban retires. And I was like, what? What? I mean, I was losing my shit, dude. When I say I truly thought Nick Saban was just gonna die on the sideline. I mean, there's nothing more true than just how much you thought he was gonna be around, dude.
He's not dead, but it feels like he died in a way, because college football is not going to be the same without him.
For sure, dude.
Like
no way.
Whether you're a diehard Alabama fan or whether you're, an Auburn fan or an LSU fan, or, if you just hated Alabama, he made Alabama like the Dallas Cowboys of college football. You either love him and you respect him, or you absolutely despise him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's just, just going through some of the stuff, dude, there's so many crazy stats that you can say for Nick Saban in his tenure at Alabama.
Dude, I gotta give the super stat that I fucking blew my mind. Goddamn, there's not been a single recruiting class under Nick Saban that has gone 4 years without a national championship.
That's insane.
That's wild.
Another crazy stat that I saw is that if you just took Alabama as Nick Saban, as a school, as a program, how there's Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, Virginia Tech, LSU, how they record. What?
Did you just throw Virginia Tech up there with those schools?
I did. Well, it's just a
keep going.
Just a football
Keep going.
program.
You're good.
But
keep
anyway, you know how they record how many times a school has been the AP #1 team in all of the polls? Ohio State has been there 104 times. like the AP number 1 team. That's the second most ever. If you just take Alabama with Nick Saban, they've been, in 17 years, they've been the AP number 1 team 105 times. Like 105 weeks.
Oh,
like,
so 105 weeks over that. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking... That is in 17... Hold on.
17 years.
Oh, yep. So, I mean, how many seasons, like, on average, do you think? I know it's changed throughout that time, but would you say, like, fucking 11 weeks, probably?
12. Yeah.
12?
Probably, yeah, it's probably 12.
All right, so if there's 12 weeks in a season in 17 years, that's 204 weeks potential. And they were in first 105. So it's probably a little bit higher if you count like all the weeks. I mean, it's like another month. So you had
like in the postseason.
Yeah, you had like 4 weeks to that.
Yeah.
I mean,
just. And Ohio State's been playing football since the 1800s, and they're second at 104.
they've only been 104 because they suck. What's the whole school? What's Alabama's whole school?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, that was just it.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
Yeah. But like,
I'll look it up.
Yeah, dude. Another crazy stat that I saw is so Riley, do you know how many losses Nick Saban had at Alabama?
How many?
So he had 29 losses at Alabama as the head coach at Alabama. Do you know how many first-round draft picks Alabama had in his tenure while he was the head coach?
I mean, I'm gonna say more than that.
It was 44.
Goddamn.
Like, dude, imagine having more first-round draft picks than you do losses. You know how insane that is? He's the GOAT for a reason. You know, like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, he just, what he's done is never, ever, ever going to be duplicated. So he won 6 national championships in 12 years. That's one every other year.
At least one every other year. That's a crazy that's a 50% clip of national championships. Yes. Most coaches don't have a 50% clip of wins.
Yep. It's ridiculous, dude. Like, what we've seen is never, ever going to be replicated or duplicated. It's not even going to come close. Like, I mean, Dabo Sweeney and Kirby Smart, the head coach at Clemson and the head coach at Georgia, they each have 2 national championships. They'd have to get 4 more just to catch him. And Riley, I'm sorry, but I don't think Clemson's going to win a national championship anytime soon.
Ooh. Big talk.
I mean, just seems the way that's kind of going. And then the other thing is, he won a national championship at LSU. So he's got 7 total national championships. Like, what we've seen out of him.
Doesn't he also have an AFC championship? Or, like, maybe a Super Bowl? No.
No, he doesn't have a Super Bowl. No, he doesn't have a Super Bowl.
He was with the Browns. Don't they have, like, an AFC championship, though?
They made it to the AFC championship game when he was a D coordinator there.
That's what I'm saying. I know he wasn't the head coach. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Him and Bill Belly. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, to add to his greatness, he also has NFL accolades. That's kind of the point I was trying to get.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, like, it's sad, dude, because
it is sad, dude. I mean, how much how much of your young football life has Nick Saban been like the fucking I don't know, like the idol for, you know?
Well, so this is what I tell people, and it's gonna get personal for me.
Preston's
so
about to cry. Everybody, hang on tight.
Well, no, I mean it is sad, but so I'm gonna answer your question by saying this. People always ask me who my favorite football coach is, and for that, I will always say Frank Beamer.
The Beam.
I'm a diehard Virginia, I'm a diehard Virginia Tech fan. But my favorite doesn't mean the greatest. And if, like, Nick Saban to me is the greatest coach ever.
Yeah.
Like, ever. I mean, I know you can argue Bill Belichick. You know, he's also up there. But what Nick Saban has been able to do in college football, where you have so much turnover, you lose so many assistants to other jobs, or to head coaching jobs. Like, you have constant turnover. You're losing first round draft picks every single year.
You're molding your own enemies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has been making his own opponents.
Yeah. I mean, dude, without Nick Saban, there is no Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
Georgia doesn't have 2 national championships right now. And like,
yo, there's no Dan Lanning at Oregon this year to let them have an explosive season.
No, there's no Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. There's no Steve Sarkisian at Texas. Like,
yo, dude, Texas.
like, and not only is he able to survive that, he's able to thrive on that and continue to get better. Like, he was 5-1 against Kirby Smart, who a lot of people think is the greatest assistant he's ever had. He still owned Kirby, despite Kirby, recruiting him, out recruiting him some years, and just being hell bent on beating Nick Saban. Nick Saban was still Kirby Smart's daddy. Like,
always his daddy.
Exactly, and it's like, so with all of those factors, and every school having, access to recruiting now, every school having facilities, like, the competition is so much greater to still dominate the way he has.
Yeah, through everything.
There's never going to be anything like that, ever. And it's just really sad because it is a loss for college football. College football is worse today because Nick Saban's no longer a part of it. And, it's like, as sad as it is, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Smile, and
the fact that
more is to come.
Yeah.
Of something.
Yeah, dude.
Different.
Like, the fact that we were able to witness greatness like that, whether you liked him, loved him, hated him, whatever, you just have to appreciate greatness, and you have to appreciate the fact that Nick Saban is the greatest college football coach of all time.
Absolutely, man. So I think this now leads into the next question, which is, what does Alabama do?
Well, right before we started recording this, it was reported that Kalen DeBoer, Washington's coach, who just lost in the national championship to Michigan, is going to potentially be the head coach. Apparently, he's in contract negotiations with Alabama right now. That's just what we saw, not,
Yeah, no, that is the news, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we got it breaking and fresh.
Yep.
And so, with that being said, one, how do you feel about it?
Well, Kalen DeBoer is a really good coach. He's won everywhere he's been. This is nothing against Kalen DeBoer, but I don't think that Alabama is that attractive of a job.
Yeah.
And this is why. Like, yeah, you've got, talent just absolutely stockpiled. But now in the day of the transfer portal and NIL, how much of that roster is going to get poached and transferred because their coach is leaving? You know?
Yeah.
So you could potentially not have as talented of a roster.
I mean, there's already been a lot of transfers.
Exactly. Like Isaiah Bond just said he's going to transfer. Their star wide receiver. Yeah, like, you know, a lot of guys are going to transfer out of there. But the other thing that makes this job not attractive, in my opinion, is no matter what you do, you're never going to live up to the expectation of Nick Saban. You're always going to be in his shadow. Nothing is ever going to be good enough. I mean, think about it, dude. If he wins a national championship, like, okay, great. Nick Saban won us 6. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing?
You got to keep them coming, Bubba.
Yeah, like, you're never going to be able to satisfy those people.
Yeah, that's what I
think
said,
about
man.
this. How do you live up to going 206-29, winning 88% of your games? You can't live up to that. So for those reasons, I don't think it's that attractive of a job.
I feel that. I said this. This was fucking Nick Saban blew everyone's mind living up to Bear Bryant, and then he went after living up and set the bar to a point where, I mean, you damn near got to be perfect at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go fucking what? You got to go 235-0.
Yeah, like
you got to win 17 national championships.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things, man. You just, someone's got to do it, I guess.
Yeah, but I feel like they're not gonna have a chance because you never want to be the guy to follow the guy.
Yeah,
you know, like, because the expectations are just too incredibly insane. Alabama fans are absolutely insane. Like, we talked about this before, Riley. But whenever Alabama would lose a game, because you can't win them all, but whenever Alabama would lose a game, those idiots would go on Paul Feinbaum's show and be like, we have to fire Nick Saban. That's how delusional that fan base is because of the standard that Saban has set. So imagine how they're going to lose their minds when they go, God forbid, 8-4.
Yeah.
Like, what if they go 8-4, dude?
Dude,
you know what else?
You lose 4 games.
Dude, what if you lose 4 games? Imagine, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine losing 4 games this season.
So, the one thing I'm reading in this article, though, that it just, I guess, is it feels like the one thing that we should all keep an eye on is that Washington and their athletic director have said that they're counter offering an quote aggressive pitch to make him, that would make him one of the 10 highest paid coaches in FBS.
I would hope so.
So, you know,
I mean, Mike Norvell.
It feels like usually they don't, report things like these.
No.
Unless it's like real close. So you feel like it probably would, but Washington is counter offering him something fucking ridiculous. But also, if he leaves Washington, he owes them $12 million. AKA Alabama will have to pay Washington $12 million.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about coaches' buyouts. But I mean, dude, like Alabama, they're not strapped for cash, dude. Like, they've had the same coach for the last 17 years, and they've been pretty damn successful.
What? Nah, dude. Money's always a fucking problem, dude. But nah, fucking Alabama, dude. So what happens with Nick Saban now?
It's a great question.
Let's hit the number 2, because my thought, when initially, like, when it happened and, people were initially asking me what I wanted, everyone was like, oh, so what do you think? He's going to go, like, someone was like, oh, he's going to go, sit on that chair right there in TV and talk about the same shit. And I was like, oh, no, I think that's the least likely option, mainly because, one, he's going to need, like, Patty Mahomes sized contract to go talk about football. And maybe the Mickey Mouse would kick him $500 million to be the face of ESPN, but
the Mouse can't afford that right now.
Exactly. And so I don't think anyone else is doing it.
No.
So with that being said, I just don't. And also, I couldn't imagine Nick Saban wants to go sit and talk about football with a bunch of ESPN guys for, the rest of his life. I think it would shorten that rest of his life part by multiple years.
I agree. Like, dude,
that would suck. I just feel like for him, like for us, I would love to do that shit. Don't get me wrong, like literally do it. We literally do it, but I would
love to hear Nick Saban just talk in depth about football. Like none of the generic like BS ESPN shit that you see. Like they have to run the ball to be successful.
Nah.
You have to.
Have you ever heard of like the Masterclass series? That was random, but
no.
It's like
what is that?
It's actually a website. It's called Masterclass, but like it's like the best of the best in the world at different things, and like you can buy them. They're like legit classes, and like the best of the best. Like guitarist, cooking, whatever, like all kinds of shit. I want Nick Saban to do one of those. I want Nick Saban to give us the master class of football. Like an actual legit class. You got to pay money for it, whatever. But like him just be like, break down every fucking thing. That would be, how much would you pay? How much would you pay for Nick Saban to do a master class? And you get to like, I'm talking like fucking, like 12 hours of content at least. Like a legit fucking course on like fucking football. Like how much would you be willing to pay, dude?
I can only get so erect, bro.
That's the most tempting OnlyFans I've ever seen.
But no, dude, that's a great idea. But I said when this initially happened, because you asked me this, I said, dude, like the way college football's going, it's going towards more of like a semi-pro kind of league. I think Nick Saban should go become the new commissioner of college football.
He should wear a sash that says exactly that everywhere he goes. Just everywhere he goes, he just wears a red sash and white rail that says commissioner of college football.
Dude, seriously, dude, like who better than Nick
Saban? There really is no one better for something like that. No. He could also go lead the college football playoff committee, which I think would be a useful use of his time, like a positive use of his time. I think the first thing
he would do as the new like leader of the playoff committee,
Alabama never gets it again,
is get rid of the committee
and just leave it to him. He is the dictator of college football playoffs.
Yes, dude. I mean, dude, we already kind of called it. Shout out to the TTT, dude. We've been saying Nick Saban's the Pope of college football for a year now.
Nick Saban becomes the Pope of college football. That's like he like actually ascends to that title. I am not the commissioner, son. I am the Pope.
Yes.
I speak to the gridiron gods. Wait, hold on.
Dude, by the way, dude, have you seen this? Like, have you seen how the Alabama fans were reacting? Like, the students were reacting to this news?
I couldn't tell if I was watching students react or one of those videos from like 9/11 where people are jumping out of the building to save their lives. I was confused.
No, dude. Like, I know you're joking, but holy shit, dude! Like, so, like, Nick Saban,
lots of people's out of windows.
he has a statue outside of Bryant-Denny Stadium. Like, Nick Saban has his own statue. Like, he hasn't retired yet, and he already has a statue. That's how much of a legend he is. And they were offering up like Coke bottles and like Little Debbie cream pies, like the oatmeal cream pies, like that Nick Saban loves.
Yo,
like they were like leaving them under the statue.
Was the best shit ever. I was like, see, this is fucked up. This is the fat kid in me. I was like, dude, I want to go there and steal all the cream pies. Oh, pause and keep going. Anyways,
dude. But they were like offering up as like a sacrifice to the statue. Oh my god, that's hilarious,
dude. We're sacrificing Coke and cream pies to the gridiron gods.
Yes, dude.
It be him, the Pope of college football, the one who speaks to the gridiron gods for us. It's still called a mass for them, but that's just because everyone's fat in Alabama.
Oh no. Fucking hell.
I don't give a shit. I'm fat. I'll make that joke. That's funny as fuck there.
No, that is funny as fuck.
All right. So,
dude,
I mean, I'm good to rap fucking Nick Saban. This is really just, there's a lot still to come. I mean, first and foremost, we got to see if Kalen DeBauer fully signs that contract. Pen goes the paper. Mm-hmm. It would be crazy if he takes the Washington bye and stays. That would throw, at that point you're like, what the fuck happens? Because pretty much all the other good coaches are like, nah.
Yeah, Sark turned it down. Steve Sarkisian, Mike Norvell used it as leverage to negotiate a new contract with Florida State, 8 years, $80 million.
At least.
Yeah, so that's what a lot of these coaches use.
Dan Lanning
like
said he wasn't.
Yeah, dude, did you see that video? By the way. Yeah,
the Dan Lanning video.
Yeah, dude, that shit kind of got me hyped.
Dude, got me gassed for real.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's pretty cool. But who do you think is the biggest winner? No one's really gonna win, but like, who do you think is like the biggest winner with Nick Saban retiring?
Nick Saban.
That's fair.
Nick Saban is the winner.
Yes.
Nick Saban's gonna make so much fucking money. I know it's like that wasn't the intention, but there is only one winner. Nick Saban. Whatever he goes and maybe, but nah. Only Kirby Smart. You think he wins? You think he's a win?
Absolutely. Kirby Smart wins.
I was like, that's the only one. When you said there's a few others, I'm like, okay, yeah. Kirby.
Kirby doesn't have to deal with his daddy anymore.
Yeah, now he doesn't have to fight his dad. His dad was the only one that could out-muscle him. He told him everything except for a few things. You think Nick Saban called Kirby on Wednesday and was like, all right, son, here's the last few things you didn't know. Go forth and claim your spot.
Yes. No,
the Archbishop of Athens.
Dude, Riley. Riley.
Yes.
I'm probably going to trigger you with this question.
All right.
What is your favorite Nick Saban, moment? Memory?
Man.
I know what mine is.
I think my favorite Nick Saban moment was, the few tears that dropped after that Hunter Renfrow catch.
Okay.
Anyways, what do you got?
I was gonna say just to troll you. I was gonna say the fucking onside kick against Clemson.
Oh, dude, that shit did fucking piss me off. That's such a good call.
Wait, dude, like his reaction, like I don't think I've ever seen Nick Saban smile up to that point. And he was grinning from ear to ear like the little fucking evil goblin that he was.
He was like, fuck you, Dabo, you piece of shit.
This dude, like, as soon as they did that, dude, I was like, oh, dude, Bama's going to win this thing. Bama's going to win this game.
I also was like, God damn it, Bama's going to win this game. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, dude, there were so many of them.
I knew you were going to troll me. I trolled back.
Yeah, dude, of course.
Counter trolling.
I mean, there's so many of them. The fucking benching his starting quarterback at halftime in a national championship game, only to come back and break Georgia's heart. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the absolute legend, dude. The GOAT. But
he is the GOAT.
All right, last we gotta wrap Nick Saban. Last thoughts. Mm-hmm. I'm asking. Or I guess leading. Last thoughts.
He's the GOAT. I mean,
yeah. I feel like that wraps it. That is, yeah.
He's the GOAT. There's 44 first-round draft picks, 29 losses,
6 national championships,
9 home losses.
Seasons.
I mean, 6 national championships in basically 12 years. Like, nothing that this man has done will ever even come close to being replicated. And
1 statue, hundreds of cream pies. That is Nick Saban, the GOAT. Rest in peace, brother. All right, we got to wrap Nick Saban. This is a fucking great episode, great coach. We got to get out of here, y'all. Peace. Yep.